The Google Pixel 8 Pro may offer something called a Super Actua display to make its screen easier to read when viewed in direct sunlight, according to specs published by leaker Kamila Wyszynska. While the Pro model is apparently in line for the Super Actua display, the standard Pixel 8 has an Actua panel instead. This is rated as having 1400 nits ETR brightness and 2000 nits peak brightness, while the Pixel 8 Pro's Super version is rated for 1600 nits ETR brightness and 2400 nits peak brightness. The spec sheet also tells us these displays will be protected with Gorilla Glass Victus 2, the current toughest glass used on Android smartphones. One unfortunate bit of bad news from the same display specs is that there could be a lower-res display on the Pixel 8 Pro compared to the Pixel 7 Pro. Hopefully this won't detract from the display's overall quality though. It can be hard to see just from the numbers alone how bright the Pixel 8 and Pixel 8 Pro could be, so allow us to put things into context. Starting with last year's Pixels, the Pixel 7 and Pixel 7 Pro have 1000 nits ETR brightness and 1400 nits/1500 nits peak brightness respectively, according to Google's official specs. These figures don't always translate fully into real life though, as during our tests we recorded a 926 nit peak for the Pixel 7 and a 927 nit peak for the Pixel 7 Pro. The newly launched iPhone 15 and iPhone 15 Pro Max are both rated by Apple as having 1000 nit typical, 1600 nit HDR, and 2000 nit peak outdoor brightness. However, in our lab tests, we measured these phones at 957 nits typical brightness and 1401 nits HDR brightness, and 1018 nits typical and 1550 nits HDR respectively by us. Similarly, the Samsung Galaxy S23 and Galaxy S23 Ultra are rated at 1750 nits peak brightness and scored 1002 nits SDR/1340 nits HDR and 1020 nits SDR/1444 nits HDR respectively in our brightness tests. These won't be the Pixel 8 series main competition for long though, as the Galaxy S24 series, including the Galaxy S24 Ultra, could be arriving soon with even brighter 2500 to 2800 nit displays. If Google's numbers are accurate, then the Pixel 8 Pro would become the brightest phone we've tested this year, which would be quite a nice achievement. Even if you don't get those peak figures in everyday use, it should still hopefully mean you can see the phone's on-screen content outdoors with ease. October 4 is the date of the upcoming Made by Google event, and we already know the Pixel 8 series is a confirmed announcement for the keynote. Expect to see Google talking up this new display on stage, hopefully alongside other rumored features like a reworked design, a Tensor G3 chip, and an unfortunate price increase. How will the Super Actua display on the Google Pixel 8 Pro compare to the displays on other flagship phones, such as the iPhone 15 Pro Max and the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, in terms of real-world brightness and visibility in direct sunlight? Do let us know your thoughts about it in the comment section. Hope you liked and subscribed to this channel. I will see you in next one.